Does your business have this one thing to supersize? Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 68 of our Supersize Your Business Annual Challenge. And today we are talking about, all this month we're talking about finances and money, because we need money to run our businesses. I don't care what anybody says. If you don't have cash flow, if you don't have money, if you don't have things and resources, it's pretty hard to create something that other people want. Money makes our businesses and the whole world go round. We can deny it all we want, but it's fact. So it's fact of life. It's like almost a universal law, but not quite. So today we're talking about not putting all our eggs in one basket. I used to, in this segment, actually for Supersize Your Business, I would cover an idiom every day and talk about what it means, where it came from, and how you could apply it to growing and building your business. Why? Because it was fun. Gave me something to talk about every day. And I love words and meaning and how we communicate, things like that. So for me, I was going to do it while I was moving out of my house following my divorce. I was going to do it just for that short time period. And I had stumbled upon a book that I had gotten for my kids when they were in, probably grade school, about 600 idioms. And I thought, well, that's kind of interesting. That'd be fun to talk about. And I started talking about it, was going to do it for like 30 days while I was moving, and ended up doing the whole book. And then I researched and found more idioms. I did it for a couple of years, I think. I did a lot of idioms. I'd have to go back and check my my YouTube or something, which has got like 19,000 videos on it. So I like videos. But part of that is because my podcast shows up as a separate channel on there. All right. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. What the heck does this mean? Normally I'd have an egg and then my little chicken with the head cut off. That if you have all your eggs in one basket, you like a chicken with the head cut off, because I do like idioms. But let's just talk about this today. I do have notes. I actually think about what I'm going to say and talk about, usually the night before, like as I'm in bed, getting ready for bed. But then sometimes I just go on it and riff on it because it's something that I've known almost my entire life. I actually learned this concept from my late father. Incredibly smart man, incredibly hardworking man. I don't think you could find somebody that worked harder than my dad did when we were growing up. Probably because there were 4 of us girls and my mom and our friends. And so it was like girl central all the time at our house. He probably needed a reprieve. So he was involved in all kinds of different industries and businesses. And that's where I learned it. And it has been probably one of the most powerful lessons and benefits that I've applied in my life as well. My first job out of corporate America, or not my first job out of corporate, yeah, during my first job in corporate America out of college, I had the opportunity to buy into a business that was struggling and help that business to improve and be better. It was a liquor store at the time, and the owner and his wife ran and made handmade Italian food in a USDA, it wasn't USDA approved kitchen then, it was just a little kitchen in the back of that business. And that later became DeBruzzi Italian Foods that my sister and I ran together for over a decade. And then I bought her out and ran it for another decade and a half. And then with my divorce, divested myself of that business because I wanted to do something different. I get that itch about every 3 years. But my whole point is, I started off right at the beginning of my career having more than one stream of income. So when I lost my corporate jobs along the way, because guess what? Like everybody else, sometimes our careers go up and down, up and down. I didn't have to be so freaked out like most people are when they lose their jobs, because it's their only source of income. And I've taken that lesson with me throughout my whole career. And I thank my dad so much for being such an incredible role model about that, because it really has made an incredibly positive difference in my life. So for example, right now I am starting another stream of income on the school platform and actually looking to move a lot, if not all of what I do there and have it all in one place and simplify. The older you get, the more you want to simplify and streamline things. At least that's my belief. And also, the more experience you get, the harder it is to create something simple for people to follow. And so I spent like the last 9 years saying, okay, this is how you do it, but how could we make it simpler and easier and faster and more efficient? I'm all about being more efficient and more effective. It's the quality manager training in me. So multiple streams of income. What does that mean for our businesses? It can mean all kinds of things. I personally love passive streams of income. So be an author, write a book, create a course, sell something that you can automate and will make you money long after you've created it. I love royalty income and things like that, and passive income. Which means I create it once and I don't really ever have to look at it. One of the things I always coach people on, if they're still in the corporate world, is if your company, I don't even know if companies still do this, I've been out of corporate so long, but if your company has a retirement matching plan, like for your IRA or something, you are crazy not to be maxing that out. Even if you have to tap into it down the road, to not be doing that is just silly because it's free money. Who doesn't like free money? I always did. I worked for a company where they matched 15% of your gross income that you put into your IRA. Guess what? That meant I was automatically saving 30% of my income, which was pretty substantial back then. At the time, 30% of my gross. That was freaking incredible and extremely powerful because it created a nest egg that gave me a sense of security. When you have more than one thing going, you approach your business in a totally different way. And part of why I did that in corporate America is because I wanted to have and develop an owner's mindset. So unlike my peers in corporate America, my career took off as well because I would look at things from, what would I do if this was my company? And so in addition to having a nice paying job, I was getting, a PhD in how to run a business and sometimes how not to run a business, which actually was more powerful than how to run a business. I contend that I've always learned way more from what didn't work well in my life and my career, the lessons learned, I call them, than what has worked well. Anyway, multiple streams of income. The question is, do you have them for your business? Do you have them in your business? In our businesses, it's even easier. Well, it's super easy to create them. People think it's hard, but it's not hard at all, especially with online and the internet and things nowadays. Anybody can hop on a freelancer site and provide some service or skill that they're already doing. Unless, of course, it's a conflict of interest and you've signed an NDA and all these things that are legal, that I am not a lawyer. I do not play one on the internet. I do not play one as a grandma. I do not play a lawyer at all. I have a great lawyer, though. So, same with accounting. Do you know that wealthy people on average have 7 or more streams of income? Guess what? Wealthy businesses, super successful businesses, don't have all their eggs in one basket. They don't just serve one niche. They serve everybody, or all kinds of different niches. They started out with one, but now they serve a lot, like my granddaughter says. All right, so what are we doing today? We're going to share in the comments below, does your business have multiple streams of income? Yes or no? Super simple. And if so, and you want to share how many streams, go ahead. I would say that many businesses have, hundreds, if not thousands of streams. If you've got lots of products, it can all be a different stream of income. If you have lots of services, and one of the fastest, easiest ways to add a stream of income to your business is just provide concierge type service, or just increase the service that you provide for one of your customers. If you offer a product or a course that you sell, offer to do it live with them, or help them do it, or for them. You can always do done for you and high ticket coaching, one-on-one coaching. Fastest, easiest ways to make money. Fastest, easiest ways to add an additional stream of income. All right, that's all I've got today. I could talk about this probably for a whole weekend, or for a whole day for sure. Any questions about this? I actually have lots of personal experience with it, so please reach out and ask. Otherwise, if you want to continue this discussion, head on over to our Supersize Your Business School community. If you're interested in that, just put Supersize in the comments below, and I will send you the invite, and you can get in directly. It's actually free. Freemium doesn't get any better than that, right? 50 plus years of business expertise from me, and there's literally probably thousands and thousands of years of expertise in the community already. All right, have an awesome day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.